Okay, so it is officially Wednesday, and I didn't film a video last night because I didn't plan last night. Again, yesterday was insane. I had a ton of orders to catch up on and get those shipped out. And my plan was to get everything print and cut for all of the orders that I have pending and get all of my orders shipped out so that this morning I could pack up everything related to my sticker shop and get it moved over to my new office space. So that was basically my entire day. I took a break to eat some lunch and then I took a break to cook dinner. But besides that, I worked all the way up until like 10 o'clock last night. So it was a little rough. I didn't feel like hopping in my bullet journal and planning anything out at that point. I knew this morning first order of business was to get things moved over to the office. So my husband and I just did that. I just got back home and I'm just now finally at 9:39 in the morning going to set up and plan for my day. So life happens. We're just gonna roll with it today and see how it goes. Let's do it. All right, so let's see where we're at. I'm gonna flip to today, or yesterday, Tuesday, and let's mark off some tasks. I did not take the first load to the office. I actually did that this morning. I did my mandalas and I print and cut orders and I got those packed and shipped too. So I'm gonna write that down. And then I started working on the handwriting course a little bit yesterday while I was doing other things, but I need to continue on that today. All right, and let's see, new office. Since I already took some stuff over, I'm gonna mark some of this off. So I took the shelves over this morning. Stand-up desk, I'm still waiting for. Mat, I'm still waiting for. Printer, silhouette machines, corkboard, shipping supplies, sticker paper, got that. Okay, so I marked some things off on that list too, which is awesome. And now I'm gonna set up for today, which is Wednesday. Normally on a collection spread like this, I would leave this blank to fill more in later, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead and go on with my next day. And then if I need to make more office notes, I can always do that later on. So let's set up for Wednesday. Let's see, I'm doing bouncy letters. Let's do that. Those are kind of bouncy. And today is February 8th. Okay, so I am all set up for today, and again, this may look like a very short list, but keep in mind that everything that is an open task over here on the left is still on my list to do today as well. So, yes, it's gonna be a day. I, for some reason, reverted back to doing my full horizontal time bar there. Not really sure why, but we're just gonna roll with it and get this colored in. Got the mint green for my appointment. That was just me heading to the office and back with my husband this morning to drop some supplies off. And then pinkish for work, or coral. Color the moon. We have crazy weather this week. Like today, it's supposed to be in the 60s. And then overnight into tomorrow, it's supposed to snow. I don't really know what's going on here. Oops, I used the wrong gray for this. Bummer. Normally I use that lighter gray. That's okay. All right. And then also I have a couple of appointments that I've set up. If you follow along over on my blog, then you know that I'm moving into a new office space this week. And the reason I'm doing that is because I need to expand and hire an employee. So I have a couple of interviews set up for tomorrow. So I'm gonna put these in here as appointments. All right, so 0209 at 9 a.m. and 0209 at 11 a.m. And I'm gonna fill in those names after to keep those private for now. But yeah, so those are gonna be my 2 appointments tomorrow, and that's page 146. So I'm gonna turn back to my Calendex and get that logged in there. So tomorrow is the 9th, is that right? Yes, today's the 8th. Life is hard today. Life is hard today. Okay, so the 9th. There we go. And I'm just gonna put 1 because they're both the same color and they're both on the same page. No reason to put 2 boxes. So I'm gonna put 146. So now I'll flip to page 146 to see what the deal is. All right. So I'm all set up for today. I know what's on my list. I know what needs to get done. Now I'm gonna flip back to my monthly spreads and get those filled out real quick. Crazy busy order day. And then I'm gonna go ahead and write those appointments on here too, on the monthly, just so that I know what's going on. So 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. interviews. Good to go. Let that dry for a second. I'm really not too worried. I've already got some smears on this page, so all right, we're just gonna move on to gratitude. What was I grateful for? This is for yesterday. Let's see. Yesterday. That's my husband. For the 7th, I got about 8 hours, so again the same. Say my mood was a little lower yesterday. I had a lot going on. Okay. And my diet. And Okay, so that is set up and good to go. And time log. My time log for yesterday is crazy. A lot of people have been asking me the difference between the time log and the time bar that I use. The time bar that I use on a regular basis is actually, that's how I plan out my day. That's how I want my day to go. And then this time log is actually a record of my time, of what actually happened. So that's the differentiation, is this is logged afterwards and the other one is set up beforehand. So I hope that makes a little bit of sense. I spent most of the day yesterday on Etsy. 7 whole hours. And then I spent some time on YouTube as well. And vlog. Okay, so yesterday was a crazy day. All right. All right, and then so crazy, I did not do IncoWrimo again, so I have a lot of catching up to do. I have 4 letters to write now. Again, okay, and then mood yesterday, I'm gonna go with stressed. I hate to do stressed twice in 1 week, but it's just what it was. All right. Right, so Mood Mandala is done. I think that's it. We are set up and ready to go for today. So I will come back in later when I'm ready to do my nightly planning tonight and get set up for tomorrow. Before I go though, I did have a lot of questions also on my pen case. I got questions on this a lot. I got this pen case from a website called coolpencilcase.com, and you can actually see it on the front here. Hopefully that's focusing. But I love this case. I'm able to carry 4 fountain pens up front, and you can see these elastic bands are really, really thick, so they hold larger pens like fountain pens. And then I've got room here. When I travel, I'll usually put some business cards in here and maybe some stickers or something else on the top. And then I have room for a bunch of other pens as well down here. And then I throw some fountain pens in there occasionally as well, but these are just the pens that I use on a daily basis. I like to keep those all in one place. So really handy. Love the case. Those of you that are curious, I'll be sure to link to it in the description box below today so that you can see that. Yeah, I think that's it. I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.